Welcome to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We're live inside Muscatine Hy-Vee on 2nd Avenue in Muscatine, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, here's Tony Tone.
And you're good to go. And Aubrey's going to remind you. Okay.
1 week ago today, we went over the edge here at Hy-Vee Today. I guess I went over the edge. Nobody else did on the show, which is very sad. Hashtag sad Broderson. I bet Ryan probably did want to go over the edge after watching me get all harnessed up. There's Jason Miller with Special Olympics. And here comes the dramatic countdown. Dun, dun, dun. Ah! Just looking at that, and I just got a disc of pictures, and seeing more pictures get online of people going over the edge. It's kind of stressful watching people do that, just a little bit. But I will absolutely do it again. Oh, even some, was that some before the scene stuff? I haven't seen this. Have I not seen this? This is a whole thing? Oh.
We're inside.
Maybe I didn't watch it. I don't know if I watched this.
It's Friday morning.
That helmet was helping my chin fat. I like that.
We're heading to the roof.
And then basically you'll just go all the way until
Yeah, I definitely didn't watch
that's
this.
the rooftop.
Sorry,
There'll
Betsy.
be a gentleman sitting up there who's roof security. Have fun.
Thank you.
Beautiful view up there.
I don't
Just
think I
wanted
saw
to
it.
keep my Fitbit on because I'm getting my steps in. Okay.
So we're
Looks like we're
making
here.
our way up the stairs. I was so happy to see Frank Iliff was the security guard, quote unquote security guard.
No, look at Frank.
Yes, sir. I am rooftop security.
Yes.
Fantastic beard.
Go out that door without my approval.
Okay, can I go?
Yes, you can go.
All right.
10 out of 10 beard.
My chin strap and my helmet is tight. It's
All right, so that was last Friday. This Friday, we're in the store, so this is great. We're not going over the edge. The most risky thing I'm doing this morning is taking a big sip of a hot cup of Starbucks and sacrificing perhaps the roof of my mouth. I'm just kidding. It's not that hot. Welcome to the show, friends. We are at the weekend where there is a lot going on centered around Halloween. Do you have your Halloween costume? Will you be going out this weekend dressing up? Even as an adult, it's okay. I will have the last pieces that I need to become Mr. Rogers, Fred Rogers. I'm going to have to shave, and I'm going to have to find... I used to have a part in my hair when I was like 9, so I'm going to have to try and find my part, and then I have some spray and gray stuff, which apparently you have to shampoo out. That's scary. I might have gray hair on Monday. We'll see. More gray hair. I have some natural. There he is, Fred Rogers. Boy, look at that sweater. That is not the sweater that I got. That thing looks hot. What? Go back to that for a second. What kind of animal was that? Was that alpaca fur? Holy moly, Fred Rogers. Yeah. That's got to do like the head tilt. Hey, neighbor. Oh, man. I'll tell you what, Ryan Broderson, if you did a quick Google image search for Tom Hanks as Mr. Rogers, because Tom Hanks is currently filming a Mr. Rogers movie, he has really transformed into Fred Rogers. So, did you not know that, Betsy? It's pretty impressive. Well, I want to show this really quick, and then we'll get to our first guest. I really enjoy putting together a Halloween costume. Last year, it was sort of last minute. I went as Georgie from It, so it was okay. But the year before, my 11 Stranger Things costume was pretty good. And then my Guy Fieri from a few years before that, also pretty legendary. Let's show everybody Tom Hanks as Fred Rogers, and then we'll get to our first guest. Look at that. That's really good. He's even got the eyebrows dyed. I got to commit now. I got to dye my brows. Ryan, what are you doing tomorrow? You want to come over and dye my brows? Me and you? Yeah? What do you think? Call me up, he says. I would never call you, Ryan. I would text you. It's 2018. Let's be real. All right, let's get to our first guest. I want to know what their Halloween costumes are going to be. Charity Garrison, Katie Cedarstrom, welcome back, ladies.
Thank you.
What are you going to be for Halloween, Charity? Ready, go. What are you dressing up as?
I'm not dressing up for Halloween.
I could have done a spit take with my coffee.
I know.
Why not?
I don't have any reason to.
Come on.
To go where?
To go to work next Wednesday. Halloween, you're going to be at work, team staffing. Everybody should be in costume.
I'll have it for consideration.
Okay.
Okay.
I feel like y'all could have a fun little thing. Katie, are you dressing up at all this year? Very sad. I'm very sad about all of this. Really? Nobody's going to a party or a friends get together?
Are you inviting us to a party?
Well, I
Because
am.
are you invited to a
mean,
party?
If you want me to shamelessly...
Oh, I'm not invited.
shamelessly promote the horror ball at the Brew tomorrow night, I would like to. When was the last time you dressed up then? Let me ask you that.
I don't even know.
Oh my gosh!
I don't even know.
Really?
Yeah.
Katie? You?
Probably 3 years ago, I think.
Okay.
Oh, wait,
good.
maybe like 6 years ago. Yeah.
It's coming to you now.
Yeah, it
Do you
is.
remember the costume?
It was like toddlers and tiara kind of thing.
Oh, that's
yeah,
fantastic.
so like the big foofy,
Yeah, I
a
like
crown,
that. Good.
hair, makeup, yeah.
Katie, what'd you do 3 years ago?
I was the thing 1 and thing 2 with my cousin Stephanie.
That's awesome.
Blue hair,
Yeah.
the red clothes.
Dr. Seuss.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, if you change your minds, a lot of opportunities to get dressed up. And I think helping people find a job in costume, what if you were superheroes? Because you're both kind of, you have superpowers. If you have an ability to get someone a job to improve their quality of their life, superpower. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Some days it feels like it.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
So I wanted to maybe share some, I don't know if you have like success stories or just good news, because, there's always openings. You get people that come into team staffing across from Happy Joe's. They sit down, they get things turned in, they go to these jobs, they start these jobs. Are there examples of people recently that have come in, gone through that process, and that are at work either right now or maybe going to a shift later today?
Well, we're always putting people to work.
Sure.
We have people that start every single day. Recently, though, Katie and I celebrated, we had an employee that celebrated a 10-year anniversary.
Wow.
On the job for us. So
That's
was
wonderful.
Monday, I think.
This Monday, yep.
Yeah, we were down, and
Super cool.
it's on our TSI Facebook page,
Yeah.
but he's an employee of ours at GPC, and he's worked for us for 10 years.
That
So
is wonderful.
that's incredible. Yeah,
Right. So
quite the
that's-
accomplishment.
Yeah, that's okay. 10 years on the job, man. I mean, that's a lifetime of showing up every day, being consistent, being reliable. And those TSI jobs, as we've spoken about on this show, are like wonderful opportunities for
Right.
people. They oftentimes will start out around like $18
Yep.
an hour. Correct me if I'm wrong.
18.
Okay.
18.55 with the ability to, I mean, you can earn anywhere, I would say, up to $26, $27 an
Jeez
hour, just
Louise.
based upon advancement.
That's cool. So is it TSI Enterprises on Facebook?
Yes.
Okay, Ryan,
Yep.
look for TSI Enterprises, and it'd be a different page. So we'll look for that, celebrating a 10-year anniversary. That's awesome. It is a superpower to get people to work and to know that that's going to improve their quality of life overall. So is there a number? Do we have a hard number or a loose number as far as how many people on a day like today, Friday, October 26th, are at a job that y'all helped them get? So whether it is TSI or if it's team staffing, they're at that job. It's got to be over 1,000. comfortably,
Yeah, I mean,
right?
as far as like company-wide,
Yeah.
it's probably close to that or right around there. Yep.
is so
And it
exciting.
fluctuates day to day,
Sure.
and obviously, we have peak times, but yeah, definitely, we put a lot of people to work.
Okay, here's the TSI Enterprises Facebook page. Look at that. Position starting at $18.55 an hour plus full benefits package. Scroll down, Ryan. We're looking for a picture from Monday with somebody.
there we are.
There it is right there with the is
Ryan
that cake?
Taylor. Yes.
Okay, let's click on that one right there. Boom. Awesome. 10 years. He doesn't look old enough to have worked at some place for 10 years. That is so cool. So
Yeah.
you have a big smile right now. It's got to make you feel good, right? I
Yeah.
mean, that's what you want for, the employer, but also obviously you care about these employees, and it's such a balance that you have.
Yeah.
Right? Because you have to help the employer that's your client find good quality people. And then when you have somebody that can be there for 10 years, it's such an accomplishment, isn't it?
For Ryan specifically, I'm actually the one that got him that job, put him to work, and that day that we were there, I remember telling him that I remember the day he came in. I remember the day that I did his drug screen and that he started. And I mean, he's personally been through so many changes
Sure.
in these last 10 years, from getting married to having children. And he had just gotten laid off from a job when he came to us. So yeah, it's really exciting.
And if you think about it as well, like 10 years ago would have been 2008.
Yeah.
And if y'all remember 2008, the economy was not
There
in
were
the
not a
best
lot of
way.
jobs.
So for him to be able to get an opportunity via TSI at GPC and stay there, like that's a big deal. I mean, people were not getting jobs in
No.
2008. I
No.
mean, I was at a place where they laid off like 8 or 9 full-time radio people. It was a scary situation. So, but that's excellent, right? Like he's there,
Right.
and he is contributing every single
Exactly.
day.
And-
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry.
No.
He relocated to Muscatine from the cities too, which I think is pretty cool when
Wow.
somebody likes their job enough
Yeah.
to move their family.
Yeah.
Well, I think also like even if you enjoy driving after a while, and I know that there's over like 5,000 people that drive to Muscatine for jobs from elsewhere. I just think like that's so much gas
Yeah.
Yeah.
and time, and then you don't even factor in when it's bad weather and you have to drive in snow or tornadoes. Like I don't
Right.
want to do, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I don't want to make that trek.
Well, and he works a 12-hour shift too, so an hour or 45 minutes at the beginning and end of that, that's a long day.
Yeah, that's 13 hours
Yeah.
basically that you're like getting ready, going to work, 12 hour. Okay.
Yep.
So the TSI opportunities, 1855. I mean, that's one example of the business. Like, are there a lot of those TSI jobs, or are they more few and far between because of the requirements that they might have? You know what I'm saying? Like, it seems like there's always a great mix of opportunities with team staffing. We see these TSI ones pop up, and I wonder if when they do pop up and you get the word out there, people jump at them or try to at least put their hat in the ring.
Yeah, I mean, there are definitely opportunities with TSI and with team staffing. They're just different opportunities, and
Sure.
just like all of our jobs, there's different requirements and criteria that you have to meet. So, you may or may not be a candidate for
Right.
that based upon your work history and things like that. But I mean, as a general rule, I think that all of our offices always have opportunities. It's just depends upon the time of year and what's going on. But I mean, we're definitely always taking applications and looking for people that want to go to work.
Sure. So, Katie, we're sitting here October 26th. What does that mean, like, for opportunities with team staffing? Are there jobs that become available around this time of year? I don't want to say that are seasonal. Maybe that's the right way to describe it. But if not, like, so we're in October, end of the month. November is just a week away.
We've picked up a lot of new clients, I feel like, recently, like
Cool.
Not just Muscatine, but Durant, I know a couple. And then, so there's new opportunities, and I don't know about seasonal, but like I had a guy who was interested in TSI, but he decided, he's going to wait it out at his job. It's not really, he's been there for like 19 years, but
Wow.
not getting a lot of hours right now. So
Sure.
he said, if you have something part-time on second shift, like let me know. So we have one of our clients who's letting him work part-time on second shift.
Awesome.
I mean, it's not like that we would typically hire for that, but
Sure.
I feel like that's amazing. We have opportunities for people like that aren't on our order sheet every day. So I think it's nice that they're able to accommodate him just wanting to work 4 hours a night or something. And
Yeah, it's
and
fantastic.
it's good for him. Like, I don't know if it'll be long term or short term or how long he needs it for, but I feel it's pretty cool that we have clients that will do that.
So it doesn't, you don't deal in a lot of seasonal jobs per se. I mean, we're in the fall, so I don't know, like,
Most of them are going to be long term.
Good,
And we do have
right.
a few, like in the summer, we get some projects with like Compass Rose for like picnics and things like that. But I
Sure.
think the majority of our openings are going to be temp to hire.
Right.
In our Fort Madison office, for instance, they recently acquired Scott's, and
Oh, that's fantastic.
So I mean,
Yeah.
they're just there's a ton of opportunities
Right.
down in Southeast Iowa right now. For anybody who's listening that's in that area, in that
Yeah.
Burlington and Fort Madison area. So. And those are going to be, I'm not positive they're temp to hire, but
Sure.
they are definitely seasonal, with the product that they produce there. So, I mean, there's a lot of things going on everywhere. There
That's
are
good to know.
probably more jobs than there are available people.
Which is wild to think
Yeah.
about, right?
Yeah.
So, Team Staffing Solutions, Muscatine, Davenport, there's a lot of different offices, different locations. So even if you're not in the that's a great point that you make. Like, even if you're not in Muscatine, or if you know someone that doesn't live in Muscatine, maybe that's in the Quad Cities looking for work, or in Mount Pleasant. Is there
Yeah.
one in Iowa City too?
So we have an office in Davenport, which
Okay.
up there you can go see Kelsey. In Muscatine, we have one in Fort Madison. You can see Angie there.
Okay.
Burlington, you can see Stephanie. And Mount Pleasant is Blake.
Awesome.
And Cedar Rapids is Haley. And then Iowa
Wow.
City is Rebecca.
Blanketing the state
Yeah.
with jobs. Pretty cool. How many opportunities as of today are available? Is it like 50 jobs? Is it some days I see? Sometimes I think things. I see things on your Facebook and it says like there's, 85 opportunities right now, and I wonder, like, if that's a challenge to get the right people in. But it's also exciting to have jobs. Period. Right? To know that there is a demand. So do we know as of today, like, somebody that's looking but might not know what they want? There's always a pretty good variety. Are there would you say 50 jobs currently available?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
I would say over 100. And then some of the jobs are like open-ended. Like, there's not like a cap on how, like, if you have a good candidate, I know for one of my clients, I can send, they're not going to turn away help. So
Sure. Right. Yeah. They're just constantly hiring. So,
Yeah.
and until that changes, you're going to constantly need people
Right.
showing up,
Yeah.
ready to go. Right.
Yeah.
How long is the average? So for somebody that's going to go from a temp position to full time, does it vary on the company that they're at?
totally.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and obviously for that employee, that's such an exciting moment. Is the shortest amount of time 30 days typically?
Probably, I would say
Okay.
30.
And if you think about that, that's a month, and a month can go by very quickly or very slowly
Yeah.
for some people. But if you're there consistently doing good work, yeah, I mean, I imagine that's another one of your favorite stories is when people are able to go right from a temporary position to full time in a month. Like,
Right.
That's super cool. All right, Facebook page, very active for Team Staffing Solutions. We've been showing you just various different posts as we've been talking, and then of course TSI Enterprises if you're looking for opportunities at places like GPC, doing some fun giveaways, supporting breast cancer awareness, right? And then Ryan, let's read that post right there. Scroll down a little bit. There you go. Oh, okay. I like the referral program.
Yes.
How do I get in on the referral program? Right?
Well, you have to work for us, and then you have to refer somebody that we put to work.
Okay, I mean, I technically work for you in a way.
Yeah.
And but no, so somebody that's with you right now can spread the word about opportunities and get rewarded, basically.
Yes, it's unlimited too. I mean,
my
if
gosh.
they send us somebody, we put them to work after they've worked for us for 100 hours, which is a couple of weeks. Then we'll pay them $50.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise, is that something that you've done from time
Always.
to time? Always done.
Yep, it's always
Wow.
available.
And it's probably good to have that word of mouth from people that are having a good experience, right? To be able to then send their friends or family your way to fill some of these jobs.
Yeah, I mean, that's really the best way that we get employees is through the referral program.
Sure. Well, I mean, that's like that firsthand experience, right? So somebody that came in, needed a job, started out, you have that conversation. You can really point them to a couple different openings. They find the right one. Of course, they're going to want to spread that good story to their friends and family, because I think that's just it. Like, it would be different if you had a handful of opportunities and then, someone came in and they started something and it wasn't right for them. You don't want that to happen.
Right.
You want them to be at a place where they can put in good work for a long time.
Well, and I think that that's one of our messages to people. It's not every job is for every person.
Right.
And so if it's not working out, you just need to communicate with us. That's,
Yep.
I mean, really the number one thing that we ask all of our employees is just have an open dialogue, and then we can do what we can to find you something else.
Yes.
If you leave on good terms and you communicate with us, then there's a lot of different potential opportunities for that person.
Sure. There's so many days when you'll have like a hiring party. I don't know if you call it a hiring party, but pictures like that one that we were just looking at, where there's multiple people that get hired and start.
Yeah.
That's
That's
gotta
exciting.
Be fun, right? The office is alive on days
Yeah.
like that, and you know that it's happening because there's nowhere to park. In your
Oh,
office. In your
exactly.
parking lot,
Especially
right?
for
Oh, the
parking is-
employees! Heavens,
the
where are you
parking
going to park?
Well, our parking is a challenge regardless, but yeah, I mean, on those days when
Right.
Alan and he brings in 15 people to start at HNI, I mean, that's an
Wow.
amazing accomplishment.
Yeah, right. But it's like you celebrate it and then you got to go right back to work.
Right.
Yeah,
Because there are
absolutely.
all these employers. It's just like this.
It's tiny
This-
celebrations all the time,
Right.
but you can't stop working because
Yep.
hopefully those people are going to get hired, and so you need to have somebody else ready to take that spot. So-
Are you looking into any additional days where you'll be open on like a Saturday, or do more of like those job fairs, or because you had a couple of those during the summer? You had a successful blood drive, but then
We
you had
did.
a successful day on a weekend or later hours, or is that not the case during the fall and winter?
I mean, it varies. Sometimes we get people that will come
I'm
in.
not saying
and-
I want you to work
yeah,
on Saturday.
it's.
But
I think it's a little more difficult,
Mm-hmm.
especially as in the winter, to get people to come in the evening. A lot
Sure.
of it is just because it gets dark so much earlier. It's very difficult, but we don't have any plans right now to be open on
Okay.
a Saturday or a weeknight, but that doesn't mean that won't change. So people should always watch our Facebook page
Yes.
for any of those, exciting opportunities that are going to come up, any
No.
schedule changes.
you'll see it there first. Ryan,
Yes.
since we have the ladies from Team Staffing sitting here, can we show the job board posts and maybe just talk about them a little bit? It's nice to have you here so we can maybe jump into these jobs a little bit more.
Yeah.
Right? I can read them, but I would just maybe want to ask some questions. All right, so, hey, look at that. Look at Alan.
Alan Ray.
Snazzy. All right, first and second shift production, pay up to $13.50 an hour. Is that all right? So let's keep it there for a second. So here's a question that I can immediately think of: are you hiring more than one person when we see a post like that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Do you know, and maybe not because it looks like it's Alan's opportunity, but is that a job where he might need 15 people?
He actually yesterday told me he had 15 openings.
Wow.
A spread between first and second, primarily on second.
Okay.
But there are some limited first shift opportunities.
Sure.
But yeah, as of yesterday, he had 15 openings that he was working to fill.
I feel like for people that aren't morning people, second shift works out well for them.
Yeah.
His positions are at HNI, so Han and All Steel, and their first shift is very early. You're looking
Yep.
at probably 4 or 5 a.m.
Right.
And so people who can't get up, first shift is not the opportunity for them at Han.
Yeah.
I
Are
mean,
you either of you morning people like that early?
So I don't want to be a morning person, but I can't sleep past 7 on a Saturday anymore. Like, I don't know what happened or when that changed, but I'm like, oh, it's Saturday, I can sleep in, and then I'm like, it's not even 7. Amazing.
It's awful. I blame my
Don't it?
children for that. And then I wonder, like, as they get older and they don't need us when they wake up, like, they don't have to say, like, hey, we're awake. Look, like today.
Right.
That's what, I heard footsteps and it was like, Dad. And I was like, no. So I was like, no, please. You
available.
don't have school today. What are you doing? Sleep in. So I wonder when they get to that point where they're, like, too cool to talk to me or whatever, which is, I don't know, maybe age 10. And then on, certainly.
Yeah.
Like, will I be able to then sleep in? Probably not. And I have 11 years of waking up before 5:30.
It's
So
not fair, yeah.
I will
Yeah.
say, though, the first day that I started here at Hy-Vee, I slept until 6, and it was glorious. Like, I didn't even have that body alarm clock. All right, let's look at the other. We got 2 more on the jab board. I like the idea of putting everybody, like, this is nice. We haven't seen this before.
Yeah.
Where we have a friendly face. So there's Jenny, right?
Yep.
Jenny has second shift welders and machine operators. Okay, so welding is one of those things that might be a little bit specific to people like that have welding
you need
experience.
to have skill. Yeah.
Because that's an intense gig. Like, I have a friend that's a welder, and I've seen, like, the getup that he's got to wear and the conditions that he works in. But he also loves his job because he's making something every single day.
Right.
And then the machine operators, same thing. Like, there's skill involved
Right,
in running
yeah.
these larger machines. So that's where, if you saw an opportunity and you went to team staffing and you were like, I think I could do that machine operator, you've got to ask questions. Y'all are going to ask questions about
Yeah.
the person's experience.
Right.
This isn't some willy-nilly deal where you just come in and you're like, I want that job. All right, here you go.
Most of our clients weld test too. Like, you have to.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I know
Wow.
Raymond does, and Hoffman, and
Yep.
I'm assuming MTS and Lewis.
Well, test. Wow.
Just to make sure
Yeah.
that you have the skill set that they're looking for, because there's different
Yeah.
types of materials that you weld on and with, and but there is, I believe it is today at MCC in Muscatine. They're actually holding a class, or it's an informational class.
Okay.
I think from 9 to 12, where if you are interested in getting into the welding field, they are looking to see if there are people, families that want to go
Awesome.
and find out about that program.
Okay.
So, and then I think based upon the response they get today, will determine if they're going to hold that class. So I think that that's important, that there's training opportunities that are
Right.
available that, here locally, that someone could go to and potentially come and see us, after they complete that program
That's
and get
awesome.
a welding job.
I was going to say, yeah, and these trades or these skilled jobs are really, I mean, there's a demand for it. So
I mean,
people just need
Muscatine
to-
is it's a heavy focus on industrial type positions. So having any of those skills is going to benefit you in this community.
Yes, definitely. I mean, it's a hardworking blue collar, however you want to describe
Yes.
it, for sure. That's
Yep.
what we've got going on here. All right, Ryan, what's the last post on the team staffing jab board that we're going to talk about? And hopefully it has another familiar face
It
on
does.
it, right? It does.
It
Okay,
does.
good. And it's my face, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's not. All right, here we go.
Oh,
Katie.
it's Katie.
Me.
Katie. So this is a TSI one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So process operator. What does that mean? Ready, go. What does that mean?
So, I mean,
You process operations? Is that
so
what
that's
it means?
a GPC. So what it is the process operator, the basic element of it is that you understand what it takes to take the corn and make it into the ingredient,
I
whether
have
it's
no
the
idea how they do
Maltrin
that, right.
or the alcohol, the
Sure.
starch, whatever. So it's a process that you're operating. A lot of it is monitoring,
Okay.
the temperature,
Yeah.
the control room, the environment, those things. I mean, it's an ingredient manufacturer, so you're cooking.
Yeah.
You're making something.
You're making something. Is that a 12-hour gig too?
Yes, it is.
Jeez Louise. So when they work 12-hour days, how many days a week are they working?
4 and then 3, 4, 3. So they do
Awesome. Yeah.
2 weeks of 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Okay.
And then 2 weeks of 7 p.m. to 7 a.m.
Gotcha.
That's 14 days a month. That's amazing. Like, can you imagine just only working 14 days? Okay.
I'm sorry. What?
Yeah.
They work
Yeah.
14 days a month?
Yep.
Yeah.
I quit.
Yeah.
I don't know how to operate processes, but I could learn.
We can
I
teach
feel
you.
like you're
14
smart
days
enough.
a month?
Yeah.
So, like,
Jeez Louise.
a lot of days off. They never work more than 3 days in a row.
Right. I shouldn't undersell the fact that this is a tough job, but it's 12 hours at a time. That
Right.
being said, wow.
I mean, as long as everything's running smoothly,
Yeah.
like, it's
Yeah.
not.
that is
I
so
don't want to say it's not hard
great.
'cause it's probably super hard, but like, it's not a ton of. I mean, sometimes stuff might break, or you might have to go fix something or
Sure.
figure something out. But
Yeah,
you
no,
could totally
that's
do
awesome.
it. I feel
And-
like
Yeah.
you could.
And for somebody that doesn't like have, not to say that people don't like having a consistent schedule, but boy, you can't really complain with how
Yeah.
often you're going to have, you know.
You always have
different-
days off during the week, which is really nice,
That's
especially
cool.
when you have children and
Yep.
for scheduling appointments and things.
That's a big deal.
Yeah,
Golfing,
it makes a difference.
fishing.
Golfing, fishing, yeah.
Golfing. Really? I like that. Maybe you
why
want to go
not?
golfing a little bit.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. Maybe ice fishing coming up. Not
Yeah.
a bad
Yes,
idea.
perhaps.
Or ice golfing.
Yeah, and there's a lot of different control rooms. There's
Yeah.
not just like one department.
Sure.
They work out of approximately 40 different buildings. So
Wow. 40 different buildings?
I make a lot of
Jeez.
stuff down there.
I know.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I mean, I drive past and a lot of these places in town, I'm just like, I don't know what's going on there, but I know that there's a lot of people working hard.
Right.
Like, that's my understanding.
Yeah.
You know? And I think that's okay. And it's just good to know that team staffing is there every single day getting people those jobs
Yes.
and those opportunities. Like, right now, people are in your office sitting across from people looking for a job that they could be the next one celebrating a 10-year anniversary.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Right? I mean, that's happening as we're sitting here.
Yep.
Y'all are getting a break. This is a break, right?
Yeah.
Right.
If anything.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I
A
feel
break that has Starbucks, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And really good butter.
And Tony Tone.
Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, and apparently if you stick around long enough, there's a cart full of booze over there. So, boy, this is one of those days when we're going to talk to Brad with Southern Glazer's Wine and Spirits, and I wish I could do some sampling, but silly policy, can't drink while working.
I
Can you
know.
believe it? A
I-
company that doesn't want people to drink on the job.
I never signed
Oh.
anything about alcohol in the workplace.
Oh, wow.
I don't
So
think.
there could be
I'd
like
have to
martini day
review my
at
handbook.
team staffing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Possibly.
For
Yeah.
the next 3 people that get a job at team staffing, they will give you a martini.
Yeah.
Deal?
Yeah.
Yeah, that works
I mean, a
out.
martini's a little harder to make. Can we just go with like a beer?
Like a Busch Light Tall Boy?
Yeah, okay. Busch Light
deal.
Tall Boy.
Thank you both for coming on. Have a good weekend. Thanks for getting people to work.
Don't forget, we have several locations.
Are you give me that.
Did you here? You can keep that koozie.
I don't need to keep it. I just like this. I like props. I'm like Carrot Top. I'm a prop fan. Don't forget, we have several locations. It's on the koozie. Burlington, Cedar Rapids, Davenport, Fort Madison, Iowa City, Mount Pleasant, and Muscatine. We're talking about, look at that, Team Staffing Solutions Incorporated. TeamSSI.com. I could do this. I could be a hand model.
Yeah.
A sausage hand model, right? And Betsy could run the camera for my sausage hand modeling. That's pretty good. All right, I'll give you the koozie back. I like that it's printed on there, though. I was wondering, I mean, not that I assume you know where all the locations are at, but you have those pretty readily available.
Well, I knew,
know
but
you weren't
you can keep the
glancing.
koozie.
Hilarious.
Okay, fine, I'll keep
Keep
the
the
koozie.
koozie.
Maybe we'll put it right there.
Yeah, good. Thank you.
All right, Charity, Katie, thank you so much. Have a good weekend. Let me
Thank
know if
you.
you decide to get a Halloween costume together.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Would you
We're on
hire
it.
somebody that showed up today in a Halloween costume if they told you that they were going to something Halloween related?
I'm going to say that as funny as it would be, you probably shouldn't come in looking for a job in a Halloween costume.
Okay.
Just a bit of advice.
I'm not hiring people, so I'm just putting it out there to y'all. So think about that.
Yeah.
Maybe take off the Michael Myers mask before.
I would encourage you to do that.
But then you're gonna have mask hair, right?
I'd rather see mask hair.
How's my hair? I have pretty. My hair's kind of pointy. A lot of hairspray. Am I right?
Yes.
Don't get me near any open flame. That would not end well. All right, let's go to CBI Bank and Trust aisle cam, and then we'll get our friend Brad over here with some beverages. Ooh wee! So we're looking at the front of the store, where at this moment there's a break or a lull in the action. But I have to tell you, it's going to be a busy Friday here at Hy-Vee. There's Sherry. Oh, Sherry's going to be really happy that we're giving her a shout out on the show. That's for sure. Sherry has worked for Hy-Vee. I don't know if I can say this. Sherry's been here 20 plus years. 20 plus years, and she is absolutely hilarious. Like, the things that she says to people are wonderful. Thank you. Happy weekend, y'all. Happy Friday. All right, come around, Brad. Oh my, some good stuff coming through in just a moment. Look at Sherry. She's looking at the camera. I think she's looking right at us. This is when we need a speaker. I'm telling you. You know she's talking about the camera pointing at her. Oh, it's simply marvelous. Absolutely marvelous. All right. Ryan Broderson also heads up. I failed to look to see what today is on the old Today Is. So if you did a Google for Today Is National What Day, you would be able to fill in that blank later on in the show, of course. All right, Brad, we're going to have you clip this on the collar near your yapper. That'll work. Man, look at these props. I am a prop guy on this show. And when you can have a guest show up with not only something that looks good, but tastes good, and is the tallest person we've ever had on the show. We're cutting off your head.
Good?
Yes, you are good, sir. Brad, have a seat. How do you say your last name?
Clendenin.
Clendenin, of course, just like it's written. Thank you for being here, for bringing some wonderful props. Oh, my goodness. Okay, now, Kettle One, for those at home that are not familiar, and I don't know how they couldn't be, even if you're just at a place like Hy-Vee Wine and Spirits and you're looking at vodka, you've probably seen Kettle One before.
Sure.
Right? It's been a brand that's been around for a while. Right. These Kettle One Botanicals, however, and Betsy, if you could zoom in a little bit on them. Chad's got them. Okay. How long, Brad, have the Botanicals been out now?
They were released back in May, I believe.
Okay. So the different varieties, cucumber mint, grapefruit, and is it rosé or just rose?
Rose.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I didn't say it wrong.
You can probably do either one.
And then peach, orange blossom. So Kettle One seems like they have a meticulous process when it comes to creating their spirits, their vodka. So are you familiar with how they're able to, because I've sampled most of these, how they're able to capture the flavor so well? They're unbelievable.
Yes.
Like, I don't want to say that it doesn't taste like vodka, because Kettle One's always very smooth, but you try any one of these, and it's just ridiculous how great they are.
Right. Well, they use no artificial flavors or sweeteners.
Okay.
The distilling process is actually uses real botanicals.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's how they get that natural, authentic taste to it.
Right, and that's exactly what's in there. I believe when I sampled, the first one that I tried was the cucumber and mint, and when I sampled that, I think it was just poured in, the sample size plastic cup, and I just couldn't believe. First of all, the aroma was there.
Sure.
But then that taste was just so great, and I think a lot of times for people, we are creatures of habits when we go to places like Hy-Vee and Wine and Spirits, and I say this often on the show, we have like tunnel vision when we shop.
Sure.
You know that you're going to go for this spirit or this beer, but if you have the opportunity, you don't even need to try this before you buy it. You can just take my word for it that it's that good. Yeah. It really is. Now,
certainly,
not to take anything away from a cucumber mint or the other flavors, but when it comes to people purchasing it, are they just going to pour it over ice? Because
That's
you don't
one
really
way
need to
drink
mix it with anything per se, right?
Yeah. Well, the recommended serve is actually with club soda.
Okay.
That combination kind of keeps the authentic, natural taste to it.
Sure.
So you're not getting a lot of different flavors with it.
Yeah.
That combination is actually 40% fewer calories in a glass of white wine.
Wow.
Versus club soda. Yes.
I did not know that.
Yeah. It's very health conscious vodka.
Yeah, I was going to say. And again, the Kettle One process, as far as, is it distilled a certain amount of times, their vodka? Because even just their regular quote unquote vodka is really good.
Distilled.
Yeah, it's really
Usually
good. No sugar either. It says it on the bottle.
Right.
Interesting.
Correct. No sugar, no carbs as well.
Hey, keto friendly.
Right.
Yes, that's why you brought it. You knew that I've been on this keto journey. It's all about me. But no, right. So no sugar, no carbs. So really,
correct.
If you're doing that, if you're watching carbs or watching your sugar intake, I don't know if there's a better option available. Now, what's the sugar and the carbs like in the salted caramel?
That might be a different story. I can't say no sugar in the Crown Royal salted caramel.
Right.
But that one is delicious as well.
Oh my goodness. All right. Remember, Brad, it wasn't that long ago when there was just Crown Royal.
Right.
Period. There were not all of these different variations. And I don't know if there's a better box to buy, because when you buy Crown Royal, the packaging looks great, but then it's really the bag that the bottle is in.
Take it out.
Yeah,
sure.
absolutely. Yeah. If you got it open, kinda sure. I'm not gonna stop you. Yeah. This is marvelous. Oh, look at that.
So
it has a snowflake on it.
Snowflake on the front there.
All right. So one of the things, Brad, that I had written down was giving the gift of spirits this upcoming holiday season, and you go and just drop the hammer with that.
Yeah.
That's the gift that keeps on giving, right?
Right. Definitely catches your eye.
100%. One of the we've done this twice now since I've been here at Hy-Vee. We had someone come in and embroider the Crown Royal bags. Such a cool experience.
We might be able to do that again this year.
Oh my, sign us up.
Right.
So that is a great gift idea right there. Certainly the Kettle One Botanicals would make a great gift, and they're all very affordable. But boy, it's something about, And it would be one thing if the Crown Royal and the different flavors didn't taste that good. They all taste great.
Right.
I have a bottle of Crown Apple, I have Crown Apple and then I have Crown Vanilla at my house right now. So they've done a great job capturing these tastes. But then really, I mean, people get so excited about the bag that the bottle comes in.
Right, exactly. I mean, that's kind of the hallmark of the Crown Royal is the bag.
My dad, by all accounts, I would never say that my dad was like a big drinker back in the day, but he would use the Crown purple bag for spare change.
Sure.
Right?
Right.
I don't know what else people will use it for. Maybe it's your travel deodorant.
Kind of a catch-all bag.
Yeah, right. It's
travel
a
bag, sure.
Yeah, you cannot mistake it because of the color. So this salted caramel, is this new? Because I feel like I hadn't seen this personally.
Well, it came out last year
around
the same time. They usually release it around September.
Awesome.
It is a seasonal item, kind of a limited time offer. So, but when it came out last year, extremely popular, still very popular.
And on the back, it shows you how to make the caramel apple drink. Is that correct?
It actually has a recipe on the back. You mentioned Crown Apple. That's one of the ingredients here. Mix in the salted caramel with Crown Apple. I believe it's ginger ale. I'm sorry. Yeah, ginger ale and then a squirt of lemon juice.
And if you want the fresh apple slices.
Optional.
Yeah. If you're feeling like dressing up the glass a little bit.
Right.
Oh, that's exciting. Right. So in your business, seasonal items for sure. Right. Now, the Kettle One Botanicals, definitely something on a warm day that tastes good, but I feel a year-round product.
Absolutely.
Because of the quality of it. With these Crown Royal salted caramel and the Baileys, which we'll talk about in a second, are they here and gone? Meaning, would I not be able to pick up a salted caramel Crown Royal in the dead heat of July?
Well, it's definitely a very small window for the salted caramel.
Okay.
Usually released in September, and around late October is when the state usually, doesn't have any left in stock.
Jeez.
On my way in, Kayleen did mention that she was able to snag another case of the salted caramel, which is surprising because I thought it was all sold out for the season.
So if you're watching live or on the replay and you're interested in the salted caramel, do not delay in coming to get it. Do you have a personal favorite when it comes to Crown Royal?
Crown Apple.
Crown Apple, yeah, it is really good. And all you need is a glass and some frozen water, right?
Maybe a little cranberry juice to a Crown Apple.
Oh my! All right, what's with the Baileys? My grandma, rest in peace, Grandma Catherine, Babe was her nickname. She had people would give her Baileys. So in her closet, at one time I remember counting like 8 bottles of Baileys, just regular Baileys. She didn't drink it that much. People would just give it to her. It's like you don't know what to get Grandma. Get her a bottle of Baileys.
Sure.
Baileys, a lot like Crown, not really known several years ago, 10, 15 years ago for the varieties of flavors, and we're sitting here on the set with pumpkin spice Baileys.
Right. It's pumpkin spice season.
Oh, so. Pumpkin spice everything.
Yes.
So in addition to that, I know that they have other flavors. What is that other holiday-ish one? Is it a strawberry?
Well, they have a strawberries and cream.
Right, strawberries and cream. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, look at that. Good job, Ryan Broderson. Yeah. Pumpkin spice. Now, I'm assuming that you've tried the pumpkin spice Baileys.
Yeah.
How pumpkin-y is it?
It's definitely pumpkin.
Is it? Okay.
Yes, if you like pumpkin spice and Baileys, there you go.
That's for you.
That's the way to go,
isn't
for
it?
sure. Yep.
Now, for people, we saw that great picture of that drink on the screen. A lot of people will add Baileys to things like coffee, but then they can also, there's different variations of drinks that you can put together is what I'm getting at.
Drizzle
right?
it over an ice cream sundae.
Oh, my.
Yeah. There's lots of different dessert ideas that you can do with Baileys.
Drizzle it over an ice cream sundae.
You want to spice it up a little bit? Sure.
I don't know if I would have ever thought about that.
Right.
Is there a lab at work where people are just like, where can we put this Baileys?
I have one in my basement. I
was going to say, you probably volunteer to test things together.
Yes. It's a rough job. But,
it is. It's a real, listen,
it.
Someone has to be there. When you get an opportunity to come to a place like Wine and Spirits here at Hy-Vee and roll out, different products or new products and let people sample them, ideally you want people to try something and then enjoy it enough to want to buy it. When it comes to learning all that you need to know, I can't imagine that somebody would ever try and stump you on a product, but you really got to be sharp with this stuff, right?
Yeah, you
I mean,
definitely have to know your product.
Yeah, you have to know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And I think that's where there's talk about continuing education in your world.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
crucial, isn't it?
Right. Yeah, we have training modules that we have to do
Sure.
just to, keep up with the changing products that are available, and just knowing kind of the details of how a product is made.
Sure.
And, the different brands and the different variants that they offer.
So outside of Kettle One and Crown Royal and Bailey's, maybe give us a couple other examples of products that are at Wine and Spirits right now that you're helping to bring to Muscatine, that you're proud of, that you want to mention. I know we could sit here all day and do that, but if there were 3 or 4 on the top of your head that we could share with people that are available right now that they might not know that you and the crew are behind the scenes bringing it to us.
Well, Captain Morgan is one of the other brands that I rep for.
Sure.
They do have a new item called Apple Smash.
Yeah.
That one's been very popular. They also have a Jackal Blast. That's very popular
wanted
this
to
time
try
of year
that,
as well.
yeah.
Looks like a little pumpkin.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of a cool little, this time of year, kind of cool little bottle.
Yep. It is a very festive bottle. We used Captain Morgan. And look at the bottles
There
are
you go.
and correct me if I'm wrong, a lot of these are scratch and sniff bottles.
Yes,
is that
one
correct?
is correct.
Yeah. Now it doesn't smell like Captain Morgan, although for some people
Right.
they might want a Captain Morgan cologne. They like it so much.
Right.
But it
yeah.
is fun to see those scratch and sniff bottles. We used Captain Morgan in a drink that we made this past Wednesday for our keto cooking class.
Oh, okay.
And it was, from what I've been told, because I can't sample on the job, of course.
Sure.
I've been told it was very nice.
Yeah.
And Captain Morgan, boy, what a staple, right? I mean, forever. We've got a giant,
Definitely.
6.5 foot tall Captain Morgan
Yeah.
statue. I don't know, life-size Captain Morgan in Wine and
Oh,
Spirits.
right.
That's
Yeah,
on,
the Captain Morgan statue,
we need to
right.
get Captain Morgan down to our level, I think.
Yeah. It's a big one.
My oldest son, when he was maybe 3.5 or 4, we were here and we were cutting through Wine and Spirits, and he looked up and said, "Dad, look, it's Captain Hook." And I said, maybe Captain Hook's brother that's had a few.
Yeah, I'm sure they're related somehow.
Yeah, he didn't get any of that, but it's okay. It's great. You definitely are able to talk about some pretty, long-lasting brands. And for me, as a consumer, I like when a brand like Kettle One says, we could just as easily hang our hat on Kettle One. It's a high-quality vodka. But when they try something, that excites me. And I imagine for you, it's such a cool feeling to know that, again, these companies, they don't need to do this, right? They don't need to try and put something together because it's a risk, ultimately.
Oh, absolutely.
When you try
Yeah.
something new and you put it out there in quantities, mass quantities, and, I'm sure it goes through a lot of R&D and testing before it arrives in the store. But ultimately, this is the Kettle One brand on the line. But
Right.
they do it right. I mean, not to say that nobody, stubs their toe occasionally.
Right.
But boy, isn't it fun to see? And that's what I'm getting at. Like, 5, 10, 15 years ago, these different variations weren't there.
Right.
You know,
I
like
mean,
if-
just like with any industry, you have to
Yeah.
innovate. You have to
Right.
offer your customers something new. And right now, there's nothing else like this on the market with the botanicals.
Yeah, it's
Carl
really
and Bob
something special.
Nolet, they definitely pour their heart and soul into coming up with this here.
It's very cool. And I'm telling you what, if you're looking for that fun gift this holiday season, the Crown, you can't go wrong. I mean, the fact that the bag has a snowflake on it, I mean, you've done the work. I don't even have to wrap it. Well, maybe you throw in a Crown Royal bow. Have you
Yeah,
thought
throw a
about
bow
that?
on there or something,
Yeah.
sure.
No, I'm saying Crown Royal make a bow. Put a bow
Oh.
in the box, right?
That's not a bad idea.
I don't know how much bows
Yeah.
cost if you got to mark up the bottle to get there, but that's a great gift idea for sure.
Definitely.
It's like it has this elegant feel, but it's not reflected in the price. Like Crown Royal is very affordable.
Oh, yeah.
It's not one of those
Yeah.
things that's like that's not a $50 bottle of booze,
Right.
right? But-
$25 to $30 is
Yeah.
about the price point for the Crown Royal.
But you look at it and you think, wow, it's got to cost more. But no, it's priced very well. And then, for the fun seasonal items, try a Bailey's pumpkin spice. The strawberries and cream coming back soon, or is it here already?
I believe the strawberries and cream will be year-round.
Okay, good.
It's more popular around Valentine's Day.
Yep.
If you've
Sure.
seen the bottle, it's pink and it's got some red roses on it, I believe.
Makes
So
you
it's-
feel like you're in love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
all that
And
stuff.
if you have
Sure.
enough of it, you'll fall in love with the Baileys. Look at that.
Yeah, there you go.
Strawberries
It's got
and
the strawberries
cream.
on there.
Ooh wee. It's making our very own Ryan Broderson fall in love, isn't it, Ryan? Yes. Ryan is old enough to have a sample, by the way, just in case you want him to try anything. Look at all these guys. We'll crack a bottle.
Like. Sure.
Betsy, you in? What do you think?
I've already got the salted caramel crack, so if you want to try that.
Come on. No, I'm not trying to pressure anybody. Look at me. They're like, should we do it? Thank you for coming on. I appreciate you being here, sharing these wonderful products, the Kettle One Botanicals. I'm telling you, if you're a vodka drinker and you want to try something different, you got to give it a shot. And as someone that likes trying things, I definitely want to try the salted caramel when I'm off the clock and fully able to.
Throw a little Bailey's in your coffee?
Oh, maybe. A little secret shot of Bailey's. We'll see about that. See what's new when you stop by Wine and Spirits here at Hy-Vee. And now you know the face behind a lot of these great products. And are you going to be in the store doing any sampling anytime soon, or anybody?
I'm sure I will.
Awesome. All right.
Yeah. Keep an eye out for the embroidery event. We'll probably get one of those scheduled.
Let me know. We will absolutely let you know. Having a crown, I have my own Crown Royal bag embroidered. It was super cool to get that done. We've done that twice. Would love to do it again. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, let's take a look at the front of the store if we could, and then Ryan Broderson is going to tell me what today is, since I failed to look on the old National Today Is calendar. There's the crew working up front. You can see Marilyn and Sherry at the register. I feel like we're peeking in with the Hy-Vee floral items. Like it's kind of like we're hiding in the bushes like Michael Myers. Maybe it's Halloween, Betsy, right? Don't look at me like I'm the creeper. Chad's the one that puts the camera behind the plants. We should just tape like a little knife on there. Okay, there's 1,500 things going on today. Today is National Financial Crime Day. National Financial Crime Fighter Day? Say that 3 times fast. Today is also National Pumpkin Day. National Frankenstein Friday, everybody. National Day of the Deployed. National Mule Day. National Tennessee Day. Breadstick Day. Mince Meat Day. And Pharmacy Buyer Day. So people that are buying stuff that ends up in your pharmacy? Betsy, to the Toyota of Muscatine cart cam, I want to see the pharmacy. And by that, I mean Frankenstein. Find me Frankenstein and go. Just kidding. Let's go to the pharmacy. Yeah. She's so confused right now. You're looking at the Toyota Muscatine cart cam, and as we're sitting here, don't forget tomorrow is Trunk or Treat happening with our friends at Toyota of Muscatine. Starts at 11 a.m. They'll have a whole bunch of activities for the kids. I would put them in costume, might as well. What I would do, quite honestly, if you're looking for things to do with the kids this weekend, take them to Trunk or Treat at Toyota of Muscatine from 11 to 1, and then come over to Hy-Vee from 1 to 3, because that's when our Halloween event is. We'll show you both of those graphics in just a moment. But right now, we're behind the wheel. Betsy keeps going down aisles where there's obstacles, but she's successfully navigating it. Good job, Betsy. She's cutting through the club room to the right, the health market to the left, straight ahead, the entrance to Wine and Spirits, and the pharmacy, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, good to see. We've got a whole bunch of Busch Light. All right. Excellent. Busch Light selling quickly. And shout out to our friend Sam. So there's the pharmacy. They have, I don't know for sure, but if I had to guess how many flu shots the pharmacy has given this week to different people, I would say it's close to 500. So if you need a flu shot, go see Nicole and Sam and Trey and the crew at your Muscatine Hy-Vee Pharmacy, ladies and gentlemen. They'll get you taken care of. And today is National Pharmacy Buyer Day. All right, let's put that Trunk or Treat full screen if we could. A fun event for the kids happening tomorrow, Saturday the 27th, at our friends Toyota Muscatine. Trunk or Treat, stop by in costume or not. Candy and goodies, and a good time to be had by all. That's 11 till 1. And then, Ryan, if you're slick, maybe we'll go from their Halloween event to ours. No, he's not slick. He's admitting it, ladies and gentlemen. You've heard it here first. Ryan Broderson. So go to Trunk or Treat. 11 to 1, and then bring the kids here to Hy-Vee for our kids' Halloween event. Thank you, Ryan Broderson. Don't ever doubt yourself. You're simply marvelous. We are going to have fun, free trick-or-treat bag for the first 100 kids. I'll tell you this right now. Those will go by quickly. We'll see our first 100 kids in the first half hour. Coloring activity, cookie decorating in the bakery, mini pumpkin decorating in the produce department, and then throughout the store, you will be able to meet and greet with Pikachu, Princess Poppy, and Catboy. So get a picture with the characters and have a good time. It'll be fun. I don't think I'm going to be in costume tomorrow. I don't think so. Unless I put something together kind of last minute. I'm certainly going to be dressed as Mr. Rogers tomorrow night. But as far as tomorrow here at the store, I haven't decided if I'm going to bust out the old... Maybe I'll dress up as Ryan Broderson. Is that a good idea? Nice. I could pull it off, I think. I don't know if I could pull it off. All right, so a couple things to note. I mentioned Trunk or Treat. Oh, thank you. Rockin' on Sycamore Street. This is happening tonight. So if you are watching this, if you watch the 7:30 replay, you would technically still have time to get downtown to Rockin' on Sycamore Street, supporting Shop with a Cop. All the proceeds benefit Shop with a Cop. It's live music outside downtown Muscatine, 6 till 10 p.m. We talked to Dr. Brad Bark about this the other day. Live music from the Poor Boys and First Impression, Rockin' on Sycamore Street. That is going on tonight in downtown Muscatine. Hope you'll come out and support that Shop with a Cop program, ladies and gentlemen. Ryan Broderson, I mentioned that we saw a Busch Light on the Toyota of Muscatine cart cam. Just a friendly reminder, Busch Light Tall Boys, 6-pack, 16-ounce cans, Busch Light Tall Boys, only $3.88. Get them while they last. I'll tell you this, we had a good display just a moment ago. Come this time tomorrow, I don't know. The way that the Busch Light sells in a place like Hy-Vee, we could be close to being out. So don't sleep on that great deal. And speaking of things that are going to happen today on Friday, we will announce the winner of our Grizzly Hawkeye cooler. It's a $200 cooler. Big post on Facebook. A lot of people have entered for a chance to win that. I'm not sure if a pen exploded or what's going on, but I've got someone fingerprinting me. Ryan, what happened? We're going to announce the winner of that cooler later on today. So if you're in on that contest, pay attention to the Hy-Vee Facebook page, and we will get you all taken care of. All right. Talk about the flu shot already. Maybe we put the flu shot graphic on the screen just as a reminder once again. Opportunity for you to protect yourself and your family and get a 20-cent fuel saver at the same time. Walk in. Whenever the pharmacy's open, you don't need an appointment. You can get the flu shot. Your insurance is probably going to cover it, so there should be no cost to you, and you're going to save money at the gas pump. It's really that easy. At your Hy-Vee Pharmacy, y'all. All right. I think I've covered everything I want to. It's going to be a busy weekend. It's going to be a fun weekend. I'm really excited, if I may mention, this coming Monday, I'll be playing music for the Optime Halloween party inside the old Garfield School gym. So that'll be a lot of fun, and I'll just look forward to seeing folks there. And tomorrow night, if you're looking for a good time, Saturday night, we'll have some fun down at the Brew for their Halloween party. This was happening this morning as we were doing the show, the United Way Kids First Fun Pancake Breakfast. We'll talk to Nicole Sorgenfry on Monday with the United Way. Nicole Sorgenfry on the show this Monday right here at Hy-Vee today. Okay, Betsy, is your camera still turned on? Yeah, could you do me a favor just before we go? Could you just whip it around and show some of these new compare and save signs? They got hung early this morning, and I just want people to know that you don't have to go anywhere else when it comes to the things you need for you and your family. Jim Simmons, people are going to notice these compare and save signs all throughout the store, and just opportunities for them to understand they don't have to go anyplace else to save money in Muscatine. We've got them covered across the board. So, Betsy, can you zoom in maybe just a scotch more? We'll just read that one. There you go. Bush's Baked Beans. We're saving you 50 cents. That's just one example. Jim, there's going to be like a couple hundred items that we're featuring. It's awesome. It's pretty cool. You can't miss these signs. Some of them almost might touch the top of my head. I'm so tall. So look for those signs in the store. And yeah, we'll go to Betsy's camera maybe one more time, just kind of give you an idea. If you zoom out a little bit, you can see more of them hung throughout the store here at Hy-Vee. There's a Hy-Vee Rich and Zesty Pizza Sauce, 89 cents, saving you 10 cents. So just keep that in mind. I kind of like that. Brand new signs showing you how we can be saving you money in more ways than one. Plus, we're the only place that has the fuel saver, so keep that in mind as well. And we're open 7 days a week. We're here for you. And, if I may, from 4 to 7, Monday through Friday, more staff so that you don't have to wait at the register. And from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday, more staff, more registers open so that you don't have to wait. And did I mention that we're open 7 days a week? So just keep that in mind. Because, listen, when Sunday rolls around, you want to watch football, but you forgot the chicken wings, or you forgot the gallon of milk, or you forgot the eggs that you need to boil, because that's what Chef Tess is doing right now off camera. Not really sure why. Can't wait to find out. But we've got you covered on Sundays. We are open for business. All right. Thanks to Charity Garrison and Katie Cedarstrom with Team Staffing Solutions on Lake Park Boulevard for taking the time to be here join us on the show. Get to work. Go see them at their office. Visit them online at teamssi.com or on Facebook, Team Staffing Solutions Muscatine. And don't forget, you can see Team Staffing Solutions in Burlington, Cedar Rapids, Davenport, Fort Madison, Iowa City, Mount Pleasant, and Muscatine, because it's printed right there. I like a koozie. I will not say no to a free koozie. Thanks also to Brad Clendenin with, Southern Glazers Wine and Spirits, Coastal Pacific Wine and Spirits, talking about some great Kettle One botanicals, some Crown Royal, and Bailey's. Whew, busy weekend. Here we go. Ready for some fun. Thank you for watching this week. I appreciate it. We'll see you on Monday on Hy-Vee Today, or throughout the course of the weekend on Muscatine Power and Water, Channel 5. Catch the replays there. Thank you, CBI Bank and Trust. Thanks to Toyota Muscatine and Team Staffing, but most importantly, thanks to everybody that watches this show and supports it. I do really appreciate it. That's it, y'all. Goodbye.
Thanks for watching Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We'll do it again tomorrow with more local guests from in and around the Muscatine community. Questions? Comments? Know a great guest? Reach out to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone on Facebook or via email, hyveetoday@gmail.com.
I bet you were. See you later. Thanks, Scott. Thanks, Ashley. How are we doing?
Join us for a free nutrition tour with Hy-Vee dietitian Karen Sigmund. Mondays at noon, it's all about diabetes. Discover diabetes-friendly foods in every aisle. Wednesdays at noon.